Hi,
Loud
Ellen.
and Hi.
Thank you for telling your story today about Irlen syndrome and how it affects you. So, when did you discover Irlen, and what is your world like without the filters?
Um, about 10 years ago, after graduate school, I was going through a lot of anxiety and migraines, especially. I had just gotten hired at a job out of grad school, and that's when I discovered Irlen. I just said, "Hey, I want to figure out why I get so many migraines." So I did a Google search. I typed in light sensitivity, white paper. I kept seeing all these visual aura in my visual field, and I was getting really bothered by that. I kept feeling pain in my head, and lo and behold, I discovered, the Irlen website, and it was talking about migraines, ADHD, reading problems, ADD, autism, and so I realized, this is a really good find. I think that this is explaining all the problems I'm going through. And so that's how I discovered it. And then at the time I went to see Kirsty Lewis, did a eval there. I learned about, my visual world is it's easily stimulated through light. I think I had a severe case at the time. I tend to keep it bottled up, so I would feel all the stress internally.
Okay.
And so that's how I got fitted with Irlen overlays and filters.
Okay. So, where with the filters on, what do you notice?
For my body, my brain, I just notice a decrease in the stimulation. I'm able to think more clearly. My body just isn't so anxiety prone.
Okay. Are you okay taking your filters off for a little bit, and then just to kind of explaining what happens when you take those off?
Yeah, sure.
Looking at the screen, especially.
Yeah, looking at the screen, I immediately noticed my eyes. It's like my eyes are clenching when I'm around bright lights. The first thing I notice is my eyes, they feel like they're clenching. They're telling me, hang on, I'm getting stressed here.
How's your body feeling right now?
Maybe just a little tense. And I've noticed over the years, the more and more tense I feel, the less I'm breathing, the more I will get some stress up in my head.
Okay. Go ahead and put your filters back on so we don't stress you out too much today. What do you notice first?
It's really funny, really weird. The first thing I notice is that clenching in my eyes, it relaxes.
Immediately. That's cool.
Immediately.
Nice. Okay. So when you look through those, do you see the world normal, or is it tinted? Is it what's the world look like?
For me, it looks like it always has. I'm just looking through a different color, and for me, it just seems to help me
relax. Good. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Anything else you want to share?
Oh, sure. For whoever it will help. I remember in elementary school, especially. I'm really thinking of my 4th grade classroom right now.
Yeah.
I just remember it was on the top floor, and it had a lot of natural light coming in. Actually, I haven't thought about this yet, so give me a second. Oh, wait a second. When I would face the windows, it was facing towards the east, where the sun rises. So no wonder there was so much light being shown to the people who were facing the windows. And I remember being really anxious, really fidgety in that classroom, and fluorescent lights and white paper all at the same time. It's no wonder I couldn't sit still.
So what happened as far as your teacher and how they responded to your fidgetiness? Did they give you some fidgets to work with, or anything that because they probably didn't know this was the case, right?
Yeah, I got the impression they did not know. Light sensitivity was not mentioned. I don't know if anybody used fidget tools back then in the 90s, but no fidget tools were offered at the time. It was mainly stop, focus on your work. There were all those implied messages of, hey, shut up. I'm probably exaggerating there, but no fidget toys, nothing else.
Yeah. Try to calm yourself down. They would try to get you to stop moving around and fidgeting. Yeah. Okay.
And I think it was in 4th grade. It might have been earlier, but I remember one of the tutors at the time. I would go out of class with them and I'd practice some reading. And when I was outside of the classroom, not around a lot of bright lights, I was able to read a lot more easily. And I remember my parents saying, yeah, we would hear feedback from the tutors, and the tutor would usually say, I have no clue why he's coming out here to work with me. He reads really well when he's with me.
Interesting. And then you go back into class and then you're right back to your hyper. Yeah. That's interesting.
I remember I'm remembering now, I would feel my body trying to pull away from the paper and just, I'm so anxious right now. I can't focus. I want to focus on the assignment. I like accomplishing things, but for the life of me, I just can't sit still right now.
So speaking of paper, because it's an easy accommodation for people, what color do you prefer if you had colored paper?
Oh, well, if I have the computer overlay on, it's usually a blue-gray. So I'm guessing I would use it. Actually, you know what, Terry? If it's colored paper, I would pick gray.
Great. Okay. Anything but white, because that high contrast.
Yeah. For me, I've noticed if it's pure white under fluorescent lighting or without fluorescent lighting, I usually see the paper is just glistening a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I see sparks on the paper and they're distracting.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you.